Hello and welcome back, welcome to another Onkruid video. We're starting with the level 5 curse difficulty today on the first map, the Scorching Valley. Couple remarks, while we are starting with our Houndmaster with a rune that increases our multicast chance, so we're gonna go kind of with the build we always go, but we're gonna try to include some multicast upgrades in there as well. Couple remarks before we start, or before things really get going and we are too mind flooded to actually talk. First of all, you can see that I have my headphones over the top of the cap of my pullover, the cap of my sweater. That's because it is cold as dicks inside of here, which makes my headphones, because they are kind of made out of a little metal, or at least, yeah, a little bit of metal, makes them cold as hell. So putting them on my naked and vulnerable ears is definitely not a fun experience. Couple other remarks. I might sound a bit more nasal than usual, and you might hear me scrape my throat a bit more, or maybe even cough a little bit. This man's getting a little sick, yeah? It's definitely coming, but I feel like I'm kind of denying it, and that's helping me to not really get the sickest that I have ever been. I think I'm already on like the way to getting better. Although the fact that my mind is taking so long to form basic English sentences might be a bit of a counter argument to that. Still though, I feel like I'm doing great. I have a bit of a cough, I have a bit of a throat ache sometimes, but I don't feel that bad necessarily, you know? We will go for Cluster Bomb, because that with multicast is always very beneficial to cover the entire screen. Let's go with a bit of a defensive upgrade at the start as well. And some crit damage, you can never go wrong with that. Haven't seen any multicast upgrade abilities yet so far, but Napalm Blast, we rarely use that, so let's use it again. And we can go for a bit of a physical blast build, if you will. Maybe keep our Buckshot this time all the way until the end. Leviathan, you can never go wrong with that, unless when you're already going very slow. Some more block power, or armor power, or whatever it was, and I think now we have enough defensive upgrades to last us throughout at least the mid game. Another little blast in there, power blast, everything's going great. Curse level 5, I didn't really notice what the big difference was. There's 15 Lords of the Void, that's quite a big difference I think, so that means that there's gonna be 3 at once, I presume. Alright, that's maybe like quite a major difference. I also have the feeling like there are more elites than usual, but it might just be because I haven't played in a while. I haven't been able to record for a while here in... What's that? Is that like a new kind of elite? Or is that like a mini-boss? A while here in Soulstone Survivors, or in YouTube in general, if you will, because real life just got hectic for a second. Started to get into the double job life a little bit. Which of these things is not a blast? The Cluster Bomb is not, right? This is also not a blast, but it has been upgraded already, so I think I'm gonna get rid of Cluster Bomb for now, even though I talked about its multicast potentials. I want to go for the blast build. But yeah, working 2 jobs at once is not really gonna be that easy. But I shouldn't really say that it's 2 jobs at once, because in the end it's one large job. It's one full-time job, just spread over 2 locations. I'm really looking forward to it, to what the future holds though. For now it was just mainly working on one job and then going to the other job already once in a while. From next week, presumably, if I land any clients, because I'm an independent clinical psychologist, so I need to make sure that I have my own clients, I will start on Thursday mornings, or Thursday before noon. I will actually go to the second job space and already start seeing clients there. Damn, our first revive has already been almost popped, so we need to be careful for a second right now, I think. This is a healing crystal, right? Yeah, that's really gonna help us out. And as I suspected, 3 bosses already. Nothing to sneeze at. That's quite crazy. I feel like our damage is not really up to the task yet of defeating 3 bosses at once, but all in all, I mean, Alfred the Fallen King is taking a beating. You know what else took a beating last night? The plate of gnocchi, whatever you would like to call it, in front of me. Went to a beautiful little restaurant here in Leuven, in the city I live in. Restaurant that I have never even heard of before, but it was such an amazing experience. It was together with my parents, my brother and his girlfriend, and my own girlfriend. And I ate a beautiful plate of gnocchi with forest mushrooms, some Parmigiano Reggiano on there, and then something, excuse me, and then something a bit like creamy or something like that. I believe there was even some truffle on there possibly. It was quite a fancy restaurant. It wasn't too expensive, it wasn't too crazy, but it's not a place you can eat every day or eat every week even, I think, at a student budget. But it was very fun to experience it for once, because normally we're not that restaurant going people, you know, we don't go to restaurants all that often. Bit of an area upgrade might come in handy for all the blasts that we are putting out. And I'm gonna try to circle back a little bit to one of the crystals, because we definitely need some upgrades. We need to get stronger fast, because otherwise we're gonna be in trouble. Fragility applies bleed, larger area. Don't need any of these. I want something impactful. Multicast, there we go, that's what we were looking for. Vicious strikes, absolutely beautiful. Not really what I'm looking for. Oh, yeah. Alright. I think that was very beneficial for us. Another crystal right here. Would have loved to keep it out there for a second, but then maybe my throat is a bit worse than I thought, because I really feel the struggle. I am drinking a nice cup of tea right here though. It is filled with orange zest. It has some turmeric in there, some spices. It's really doing wonders for my throat. In fact, the tornado is new. In fact, I might just pause the game for a second, even though this is unedited, so you're gonna enjoy the pause with me. And I might just take a little sip, you know? Or maybe in my next level up, that the game pauses automatically, then I will just take a little sip of the tea. God damn it. Oh yeah. That's that good shit. It really just loops up the throat. I immediately feel the difference, but it's probably not gonna last. Hi, hello and welcome. Now the real video starts. Now I'm talking like I normally talk, or a bit more like I normally talk, either way. And another reason why getting sick sucks, why the weather right now sucks, and why life kind of sucks for a second, is that our boiler broke. So we don't have any hot water. We don't have any... we can't put on the heating in our house. And the plumber is coming later today, which means that I have to take time off work today to let him in and help him out and stuff. And that is very sad, because I really, pardon me, need to take a shower. What I'm gonna do probably is put some water on the stove, put it in a bucket, and try to wash my hair at least with that, because my hair really is a sight to behold, but a sight that you do not want to behold. Not that it's like really nasty, but it is greasy, you know. After not washing your hair for a while, it gets a little greasy. You can bake some nice fries in there, and that's not necessarily what we're going for in an environment where you are one-on-one meeting people. As a clinical psychologist, you want to look at least a little bit presentable, you know. And you don't want it to be obvious that you are not able to take showers in your own home. Give me the healing crystal. We're taking a beating, but we're also dashing it out back to them, you know. We're really doing quite a lot of damage. This is a game changer. Now we're gonna start doing damage. All of our skills just got upgraded, so that's really gonna help us out a lot. We're not necessarily applying the most debuffs, but that's not necessarily also what our build is warranted or what our build needs. All we want is to get more multi-shot, really, because I feel like we are still lacking in that department, even though I told you I was gonna build my entire build on that. But I guess that reducing the cast time or increasing cast frequency is in a way also increasing the multi-shot chance, because the multi-shot chance, of course, happens every time you shoot a projectile. So yeah, it kind of works in both ways like that, I guess. Ay. Watched a nice episode of Bob's Burgers in the evening yesterday after coming home from the restaurant together with my girlfriend. It really was a good one. It was about going to the dentist and how you can be afraid of that. Not something I ever encountered really as a child. I don't think I ever was afraid of the dentist. I had some cavities sometimes, they had to be filled and stuff, and I have worn multiple forms of bracers for a while. But I was never really afraid, I think, of the dentist. It was just something like going to the doctor, you know? Which is something some people might also be afraid of, I guess, but I wasn't. All in all, I just saw it as like, yeah, healthcare, so it's important. I'm very grateful to have grown up in a country in Europe, in Belgium here, where healthcare is accessible to the masses. I'm not gonna name the other countries where that might not be the case, but... And that reminds me of a debate that was sparked at the meeting at my second work spot. We are... well, we have to increase the prices in our therapeutic or psychological consults. We have to. Just a sign of the times. I'm not just talking about Harry Styles, but I'm talking about just like everything becoming more and more expensive. So we need to earn more to actually pay our rent, to pay our bills and stuff, and it's normal. But it still always feels bad, because patients right now or clients right now are already kind of complaining about the prices sometimes, and I can relate. I can definitely imagine that they can complain about that, because I feel like, and that's exactly what the sentiment was in the group, therapy or psychological care or mental health care is like a luxurious product, you know? It's not something everyone can benefit from, sadly, and that's really sad in my opinion. I find that disturbing, but it's just the way it is and the way it has always been, and we shouldn't be responsible, or we shouldn't give up a fair I can't find the word, my brain really is in shambles. A fair salary for our services. We shouldn't diminish our salary to a point where we can't live in a way that we are supposed to live, just because we feel guilty, you know? It's just how the economy works and how the times work right now. Everything gets indexed, everything gets more expensive, and then we also need to make more money to keep up with that increase in expensiveness, of course. I say of course, but I am not an expert in economy or politics or anything like that at all. I'm just a guy, really. I'm just a guy cycling to work, trying to make the best of it, trying to drink a nice cup of coffee in there for free, because I don't have to pay for that myself, and then going back home and doing it all again the next day. Oh, excuse me, but I'm just gonna keep on coughing. This is probably gonna be like my last day of going into work, and then I might have to call it quits for a while. But it's I mean, once I'm at work, maybe it's because then I have had some fresh air after cycling to work. I always feel better. I rarely cough at work. I rarely feel any throat ache and stuff, but I also don't want to contaminate other people. Of course, I don't want to make other people sick, so I really need to be careful with what I do. And of course, you don't want to let down your clients, but being there in a sick manner and not having your mind straight and not being able to give them the same quality of care that you normally give them is of course also letting them down. So that's really kind of a dilemma you have to solve. Like, what do you want to do? And for me right now, it's still going into work today because I feel like it's getting better. The cough is getting looser. You can feel that it's getting a bit more like the slimes in my throat are releasing into the world. We're fighting 6 lords at once right now. It's getting looser already, so I feel like if I just power through one more day, which is of course a very, very stupid idea, don't do as I say. If I just power through one more day, I will be fine, and I will be cured, and I will be healed, and I will be frolicking through the fields again with flowers in my hair. But in reality, if it is not better tomorrow, I will definitely have to call in sick myself. I have to be responsible. Come on, one of these bosses has to be dead, right? I mean, we took so many area upgrades, we have so many projectiles flying across the map, and still we are not hitting these bosses at all. And we're also not getting a lot of upgrades anymore. But Curse level 5 is of course already quite high up there. It's quite normal that we are struggling a little bit. Alfred, the Fallen King, is one of the bosses that... Oh. Huh? Why did Alexi only spawn right now? Can there only be like 6 active at once? Maybe, in this mode? 6 is definitely enough already to ensure that I am getting a beating. But here we go, some nice upgrades. I hope to get some more levels. I did not. There's not that much experience lying around on the ground, I guess. But we did get some nice damage in there on the lords. We have had quite some luck with the upgrades. We don't have the multicast build we are aiming for, but we have a lot of cast frequency upgrades, so we are shooting our abilities out quite fast, which is definitely beneficial for us. Come on, there we go. One more down. Ooh, Alexi gave us a nice little ransacking right there. We need to keep circling around, keep a bit of our distance, because we are dealing some cool and calm collected damage to the boss. We're not bursting them down instantly, but we're just diminishing their health bar slowly but surely. Look at Alfred's health bar, by the way. Yeah, I mean, if we get close enough and we aim correctly, we can definitely get rid of the bosses quite quickly still. We have an incarnation of fire here though, so we should definitely be careful, because that guy can really put up a fight. He can damage us into oblivion quickly. I don't see the marker for the healing crystal on the map anywhere. It would definitely come in handy. Oh, I think one spawned right below us or something, because we healed quite a lot. Still have one revive left, of course, but I want to save that if possible. Alright, let's head back in there. Try to collect another gem, maybe another level up. Beautiful. Let's look for something very beneficial for us. We don't want this. I don't want a regular old power. Sure, we'll go for relentless, but I was hoping for another legendary upgrade if possible. Another one of those legendary physical damage upgrades would really hit the spot. It would come in so handy. Alright, only the incarnation of fire is still here. Is the incarnation of the incantation? Is the incarnation. Getting some nice hits in there. Beautiful. All lords down for now. Let's increase our armor power for a second. Getting some nice level ups. Let's increase powerful strikes even more. And now we're gonna be circling for a second. Hopeful that some more of those health crystals will spawn right below our feet, because that's very beneficial for us. It's really helpful. All in all, we have one set of lords to go. And I'm feeling quite confident. Pardon me. My body really is struggling to survive. Ooh, that was a rare material. I have never seen that before, I think. And there is my alarm. This video is quite chaotic, quite a mess. There's my alarm that I still need to order a cable. I need to order a cable to kind of, what should I say, connect the screen at home. I have a new screen at home, or well, a second-hand screen from my father-in-law. And I need a cable to connect the screen, which is quite old, so it doesn't have HDMI. I need to... There's a guy on a horse here. I need to connect it to my laptop, which is, of course, with HDMI. So, still need to order that. It's going to be a cheap upgrade, though, normally. Or not necessarily an upgrade, but it's just a necessity if I want to use that screen. Which is not something that I have to use, you know. It's a luxury upgrade, but it's definitely welcome. Come on, give me these final lords. I just want to be done with this. Would be our first curse level 5 victory. Don't think it will unlock anything crazy, but I think that on the second map, completing curse level 5 is what unlocks the Dead Knight for ourselves. So the guy on the horse, and presumably one of the most, or apparently one of the most overpowered characters in Soulstone Survivors. So I'm definitely looking forward to achieving the unlock for him. But all in all, right now, we still have a way to go. Because these bosses are not gonna be dead immediately. We're gonna have to put in some work. It's not gonna be easy. Well, damn. Now, even after talking for like 20 minutes almost, my throat doesn't necessarily feel worse. It doesn't hurt. But I know that this video and its commentary quality will be a bit lackluster compared to some of the other things I have put out. But I have to accept also that when putting out 100 parts in a single game, not every episode will be perfect. Not every episode will be as interesting as all the other episodes. Not every episode will feature the most amazing commentary. Not every episode will go completely as planned, you know, because 100 episodes, that's quite a lot, and anything can happen when recording. A meteor could strike through the window right now, and ooh, now we're in trouble. I definitely still want to achieve the victory, so I'm gonna be a bit more careful. I'm gonna keep circling around and just slowly but surely get rid of the enemies to spawn these final lords. Nothing too crazy, just chill. Even though I don't see any enemies spawning at all, I think we have so many elites behind us that it's not possible for other enemies to spawn, so I guess we need to be a bit closer. There we go, we are definitely getting some kills in there right now, and more enemies are spawning. Keep our aim true, keep our sights locked in towards all the enemies, towards where we know they are all collecting over there. And here we go. The final battle is about to begin. Alright, do we have any fire incarnations? Yes, we have. That's problematic. We have the Eternal Guardian, we have the Profitless, and we have the Incarnation of Fire. So the Incarnation of Fire is gonna be the only real troublemaker. But I am gonna have to get in nice and close to actually deal some damage to these bosses. There we go. For now, we definitely have enough movement speed and dashes and stuff to, in a beneficial manner, circle around them. But I feel like if I'm not careful, I'm definitely gonna get one shot if I don't get out of harm's way quickly enough. Let's get rid of these elites for a second and level up. Multicast, I guess it could be beneficial, but I don't know how far our buckshot actually reaches and how much damage it does. Still though, it has quite a large knockback effect, so it could be helpful if we really get into a pickle in a while. Every time we do circle around... Oh, you're way too late, my man. I mean, thank you so much for showing up, but you are way too late. Get out of there, out of the big red circle. Oh, we don't have to be here. Beautiful. Alright. We're doing great. You're doing great, sweetie. Keep it up. It's exactly what I'm gonna tell my daughter later. Don't know if I want children, really. I used to be of the opinion, like, and I think this is very common in young people, and especially also young males, I believe. Like, no, I never want children. I just want like a dog or something. I don't want to reproduce in human form. Which is not to say that I want to have sex with a dog, but... Excuse me. But no. Now I've kind of come around on it a little bit. I'm still not sure at all that I want children or not, but it's an option. It's not something that I'm like, no, I definitely never want this. And I think that's just part of growing up. Part of becoming an adult is seeing the beauty in kind of putting new life into the world and shaping a little person into a functioning member of society, if you will. Alright, we're still doing great right now. I see a health crystal down there at the bottom if things do get spicy. But for now, I don't think we have been hit for a while. So I think we can just continue our little tactic that we are doing right here. We don't have an Incarnation of Fire, I just realized, by the way. It's just the Incarnation of Ice, so that's why everything is going smoothly. Circle around. Just keep on circling. Smile and wave, boys. Circle and blast, boys. That's exactly the name of this build. Just circle and blast, boys. Circle and blast. Let's not take any risks. Head over to this health crystal over here. I see that there's another one over there. Let's keep that in mind for if things get dangerous again. Armor power for now is going to be beneficial. Alright. We took quite some damage from the beam there. But the Eternal Guardian is almost gone. I think that's the Medusa type of lord. The Incarnation of Ice has already also taken quite a lot of damage. Alright, let's get nice up and close and personal for a second. Dish out some nice damage. There's a health crystal right up here, so that's really helpful. And there we go. One boss down. The Incarnation of Ice also almost down. Oh, the Profitless is the Medusa guy. Girl, I guess. Whoa, we're almost dead. Alright, where was that other health crystal? Did it despawn already, or did we blow it up accidentally while passing through earlier? Alright, no, we're not gonna get stuck on some trees and have that cost us the run. Definitely not, surely not. Let's level up. Because leveling up is what gets us some health as well. Please, give me a level. It did not give me a level, alright, come on. Focus for a second, I'm gonna shut up and I'm not gonna die. Yes! Hell yeah. Oh, that feels great. I didn't want to waste 20 minutes of my time. This video was quite a mess, but I still enjoyed myself. Prestige level 50 with the Houndmaster. There we go. Shrapnel mine. Wow, we even reached 63 already. Beautiful. And we got some of the legendary materials that will be useful later. We even have another achievement over here. Let's see. Reach prestige level 60 as well. It's just an increase in blast chance, but that's our first level 60. And therefore that's like our first little tripartition of runes filled out over here. Beautiful stuff. Thank you very much for watching. I hope to see you in the next one, in the next episode, where we will unlock the Dead Knight. Bye bye.